Let's see. Will Twitch like me? What does Twitch think? It seems fine. That's good. I also test the chat. Also, chat is a bit different now. I increased the size. And there's a little... Actually, I don't want it to be that big. I increased the size when I was like testing stuff. We decreased it by like 100 pixels. There you go. Please don't snap to the corner. I need to hold control for that. Okay, there we go. Right there. Right there. Alright. Actually, this time I've done some off-stream changes as well. Let me ping the Discord first. Oh, right, that, there. Everything's good. So, I'm gonna look at this here. So I figured out how you should do the UVs. Basically, you know, we take a look at the normal on the block, and then based on that, we kind of just, what to say? We take our vertex position, which is this, and we just add to the UV, like the correct axes, and everything works, and it's great. It's all good. But right now, these axes are incorrect, the normals are incorrect. So I have to change the normals, and then I have to change these, and that's what I was doing right now. And then I realized, oh, I should probably stream. But yep. There's some changes here as well. But nothing too exciting. I'm hoping that I'll get the visual stuff aligned now quickly, and then I can start thinking about optimizing further. Also, I discovered a small issue. Right here, you can see how these pillars aren't really optimized. Actually, oh, actually, it doesn't, because the UVs are fixed now, so you can't see it. Well, at one point, these faces were stretched, because I didn't fix the UVs. Actually, I could probably make it be like that real fast. Yeah, I just need to use the actual UV here. Oh no, but I don't have it correct on the Rust side. Anyway, so just trust me on this, right? I can't show you it because it requires too many changes to show, and I'm lazy. But basically, you could have a pillar that's being optimized, like these are all one face, and then you would have a block here, and then it would no longer do it. Because the last face placed on the z-axis was no longer like this one. So when you placed on this one, we look at the last face and we're like, oh no, it doesn't line up. And then nothing would happen. And then when you deleted that block, it would combine again. So I had to kind of rethink how I want to do that. Like, just taking the last one is good for some scenarios, but it doesn't cover everything. So I'll most likely have to change that up. I don't need this debug anymore. I shouldn't need that anymore either. That can stay there for now. I'm actually gonna rebuild. Actually gonna rebuild so I don't have the debug print flooding the console all the time. Yeah. Well, I could have done the UV change to show because I have the old stuff still here. Well, let's just fix things instead. I should make atlas size be a thing that you pass in again, and make this be like 1 divided by atlas size. Unlike the way this is like, you know, hard-coded essentially. But anyway. Actually, are the normals incorrect now? Did I change them already? Let's go here. Everything seems correct still. And you can see how this light spot is like in the wrong block. Not good, not good. Let's go here, here. Oh, these are actually the 0 vectors right now. So let's do left as -1, and this is 1. This is 0, 0. So what I did, and why I thought that was incorrect in doing this earlier before I streamed, was that if you take a look at all the textures right now, they're screwed up, right? I was like, oh, the normals must be incorrect now. No, that's not right, because the real problem is this the shader code that's sampling based on the normals. These are incorrect. Now that I look at it, the lights are also not quite right. I'm thinking the normals are flipped. Actually, in both X and C. So let me flip it in. Also, I made a very good alias. I can just write XD. Oh, damn! The alias. Oh, I have to make the alias again? There you go. I need to make that a thing that applies automatically. I can just write XD into my terminal over and over. And we'll do clear and cargo check. Yep. Yep. Anyway. What was I thinking? Oh, I think I built already. I did. We check here. I'm just gonna check if the lights are correct. They seem more correct. More correct than ever. Let's block this one off. Here we have light from there, there. So I think this is right. And what I now have to do is fix the shader. So the Y stuff is correct. And this is why this felt so incorrect. I guess I had like the X normal pointing out, and then I was still using X in here. That's not. That is indeed not right. I was thinking like that doesn't seem quite right. Yep. Let's see now. Let's load our XD copy 2. And yippee! Our textures are lined up. And they're not stretched to hell. We have lights that work properly. Inventory is still fucked for some reason. I'll have to figure out why. Yeah, seems good. Seems good. I need to investigate getting the shader that draws the triangle outlines at one point. It would be very interesting to see. Actually, I will actually reverse the UVs to be incorrect, because otherwise I won't be able to see the whatchamacallit, like the optimizations working. Like I can't see how the faces are being connected. I'm gonna do this for now. And this for now. Actually, I should commit before I start screwing about. Let's see, so what do we actually change? Hey, these things have to be commented out. That's so annoying. Like if I do Rust format, I don't want these to be broken into all their own individual lines because it's so ugly. But then I can't, like, format is fine with this. I can run cargo format with this in here, but building doesn't allow these tags to be placed like this, which is like, what? We can do cargo format now, and it will not touch these lines, which is really good. And then if we do cargo build, like, oh, no, not allowed. What? Well, let me just commit first, and then complain more. Don't care about these. Oh. Select everything. Not these. Not these. Then we go to the shader. There we go. Actually, this is outdated for now. It's already did that. Now I can actually show you the thing. Because if we use the normal UV here, I pass in the normal UVs on the Rust side. Oh, really? Why are we doing that? You do use the normal UV here. Oh, I didn't rebuild. That's fine. Oh, okay, yeah. And you don't want these to be here. Well, I'm gonna show you what happens if I don't have these Rust format skip things in here. Okay, ready? We're gonna make sure these are the only changes. Like I can easily discard what was gonna happen. I was gonna make this a temp commit, so it's not part of the changes. Okay, these are the only things that are moved. I'm gonna do cargo format. Let's see what happened. Oh, womp womp. Like, what is this? It takes so much space for no reason. I guess it's a like one tuple, but still. Damn. Damn. I don't know if I can avoid this. This is just way worse. Anyway, do I just have to live with this? I guess. I'll have to figure out some way to make the formatter not do this to me. Yeah, I'll also undo this. I think I recompile at some point. I should have didn't? Bro. Also, did you know that yesterday Super Mario Maker 1 was cleared? Like all of, well, I mean technically the announcement came yesterday, but it happened earlier. There was a level that was tasked, and people thought that it was legit. So people were trying to beat the task level, and they still are. Because they just want to beat it. But anyway, the announcement came yesterday that every single like legitly uploaded level in Super Mario Maker 1 was beaten. Every single one. And the servers are gonna shut down like next month. Was it like 19th? But yeah, it's crazy. but you can see how placing these like this stretches this texture. Like the faces are being combined. But if I place a stone blocks, if I place stone blocks here, you can see that it breaks the continuity. I mean, there's not really a reason for this. Like a good reason. I know the real reason, which is like that because we're iterating on this axis. And this face is no longer the last one placed when we get here, or like here. I don't know which one. And then when we get to this, we didn't recognize this stuff anymore. What I would need, I need like a storage for all the faces, which is like, which would make sense inside of the block grid. And then when you place on a face, you check like, I think we go bottom up. So we like start from here, go here, and then we, repeat this direction. And then we start going here like this. So any block that's placed should look into this direction, and then down. Well, yeah, I mean this direction, and then this direction to see if there's a face within those blocks that could combine with itself. And it's not that bad. I just have to figure out what exactly I should use to do that operation, I guess. And I think it makes sense to do like in the same loop that I make the faces anyway. Like I don't need to loop, make all the faces, and then loop through and combine them. I can just combine them as I loop. But I do need a second loop afterwards. Because if I have two faces like this, it's like, or do I? Let's think. I guess if you combine these already, then you can recheck all your surroundings again and see that this face is here. True. So, would it be that on every single recombining, like once you've done this, you check your surroundings again, see if there's anything? I don't know, I'll have to think about that. I'll have to think about that. Well, I fixed the lights. Why did I click Steam? I fixed the lights. What do I need to do now? I think it's just greedy meshing optimizations, pretty much. I think there isn't really much else to do before I start merging the main. Let me check my notes. Yeah. Makes sense. Well, I think it's just time to optimize the greedy meshing. So I'll get started on just what I was just talking about. But I shouldn't pass these empty meshes. I'll fix the errors first. Let's see. Hmm. So I guess if we have even a single face, then we do want to result some. We want to return some under the remesh value. Oh, this is kind of exactly what I want. Slightly different, but I can adapt it. Then we return this. This fucked up. I can just reformat. Oh, I fucked it up. Let's go. Oh no, it is supposed to be a tuple. I just don't have the closing one on this side. Hey, I do. Okay, this one is missing. No, it's supposed to be on the other side. Feeling when I want cargo format to save me, I have to save myself first. Like, now I should get way less errors. So I should fix those warnings so I don't get them all the time. I'm gonna go through those first. Ten errors? And that's way less than like 250, whatever. Yep, we no longer get errors for empty chunks. Hi, I wanted to know, what are your thoughts on window managers for Linux? How to say? You're like, this is the equivalent to asking me like, oh, what are your opinions on vacuum cleaners? It's like, well, I don't know, the one that I have works. You know? I mean, it might be nice to have some with some like fancy features or whatever, but you know, I can move my windows like this, I can alt tab. It's like, it's good enough to do the job. Oh, I was thinking, okay. Actually, I haven't looked into Hyperland. When you said Hyperland, let me. What is this? Because for a moment I was like, do I have the wrong impression of what Oh, it's just, what is this thing? So, I guess Hyperland is like a tiling window manager or something. I don't know. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I've thought sometimes that maybe it would be cool to have some tiling stuff going on, but like, how would I say? If I got a tiling window manager, then I would have floating windows anyway, like on top of that. And now that I have a floating window manager, I'm like, I could have maybe some tiling stuff. So I think what I actually would want is like a hybrid one with both. But yeah, I don't know. But I'm very much like, how would I say? I think I've been on Linux for like a year now or something. I don't remember. But basically, Windows has decided that I shouldn't be able to log into my computer anymore, and then here we are. Um, well, yeah, right now. Right now, I'm unemployed, and it's like trying to look for some IRL stuff to do. And in the meantime, I'm like, gotta do something. So I'm doing programming. Not the worst thing. And it's also a thing where I might be able to snag a programming gig at some point, maybe. And it's like good to have a portfolio for that. But most likely I'm just gonna like go work in a grocery store or something and then just do hobby stuff on the side and hope that it catches on. Fair enough. But what I really want is like a uh like basically my own engine for making like my own games, right? Also I want to show that these UVs we can I want to say that we can get them working pretty easily, but I didn't rebuild. That's the reason. Yeah, and it's like how to say, like if I wanted to go into web development, I could learn it for like a month, I think, and then land a job. I would rather work in a grocery store. But yeah, I'm gonna make the UVs broken again in a second because when they're fixed, it's really hard to know which faces are being combined. So this is like debug visualization right now. There you go. Misclicking, let's go. So right now, what I need to do, I need to store all these phases in a way that makes sense. So I don't think I need this function anymore. Yeah, this is completely irrelevant now. I can remove it. Just meshing ain't what it used to be. So you start from here, go here, beam, bam, it's gone. Yippee. I built stuff in Julia for like medical machine segmentation, deep learning stuff. Well, that's a sentence and a half. Yeah, I mean, as long as you like get to enjoy what you're doing and you get paid relatively well, then that's like all that you could really ask for. Oh, okay, okay. So is that imaging stuff like? Oh, okay. That's like your hobby stuff, I guess. Sounds advanced, but I don't know. I've never taken a look at like deep learning on the technical side. I mean, a bit, but I haven't coded anything with deep learning or machine learning at all. I should commit all the changes for now. This here. This is fine. I'm just gonna say stuff. Stuff. Whatever. This is all gonna be squashed before it goes on the main branch anyway. I just want to get rid of all these errors. Please don't scream at me. Because I know all these exist, but if there's a new error somewhere here in the middle, or new warning here and somewhere in the middle, then I'm gonna miss it. Because this is too much. 1160. Unused variable chunks. Provocate light decrease. This is going to be used? Yes, this is going to be used. Do I write it like that? 161 still. Okay. What? How is this incorrect? Hashtag race allow Flippy, and then we have this here. Hello? I'm telling you to not complain about this. It does not care. I have to put it inside here. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. I see, I'm your lunch break entertainment. Oh, I'm dumb. I can just say underscore chunks. That's like the way that you're meant to do it, bro. Anyway. I need to overcomplicate it. True. 2065. Do we like? Do we not really use this? I mean, we could use it. Oh, Earl Jones. Or I guess it's RJ L. Jones. I hope you don't. Can I call you RL Jones? It's so much easier. It's I don't know why my brain goes immediately to that. Okay, okay, that's good. Looks like the J and the L, same thing. They're the same character in this one specific instance. 2210. Oh, these are not being used. We don't even need them. Yippee! Yeah, I hope you're doing good. I'm just cleaning up some warnings right now. And greedy meshing kind of works now, which is cool. The UVs right now are incorrect intentionally. So these are like stretch and whatever. I need to see like which faces connect to each other. Like right now I see these are not being connected for some reason. And I need to fix all that stuff. But I do have the working UV code ready in my back pocket. This is not needed either. Offset 2246. We don't use this? Okay. Yep. Let mesh. This is not being used right now, but we're gonna need to grab some kind of information from our model in the future. But it's not gonna be like this. And yes, we're gonna do an underscore here. And we get more. Let's go to 94. Yeah, what have you been up to? How's your project progressing? I do this. Okay, okay, fair enough. Okay. I mean, I have to. Please ignore that thing. No, it doesn't want to. Anyway, I'm gonna do underscore here and then I'm gonna fix the other error. Use the same name. 958. Holy macaroni. Almost done. Can you please not complain about that? It just doesn't want to allow that. But alright, I'll comment it out for now. 609. I have one error. I have no errors. Oh, let me see. Let me see what you're tweeting. Let's temporarily allow JavaScript, perhaps. I guess this is for cutscene. Yeah. What context does this actually play in? I don't know. I feel like I don't know enough about like art and animation to really give any sort of feedback, but it looks neat. That's all I can really say. Okay, okay, fair enough. Hmm. How am I gonna do this 3D meshing stuff? Because I don't want to compare every single Also heard badly. I missed your follow, but thank you for the follow. I need some kind of storage for the faces that stores them like in block coordinates. So if I'm placing it on a block here, I can refer this block and I can refer to this block and see what face is occupying that spot. Or like what collection of faces is occupying this spot, because there might be like a stair block here that have a bunch of different faces. I just need to compare every single face within this block to every single face that we have here. You're gonna have to compare every single face within the entire chunk to like the face that we're trying to place. Because if we have something like in a block position over here, we know this is not something we're ever gonna touch. This is not a thing. I'm just trying to think, like, how do you do this? It's a good question. I think first, I'm just gonna do the dumbest, naive solution that I can think of. Right? I assume you're gonna go back to your uni stuff then. If you are, then have fun with it, Schlas, and or good luck. Oh, it's holidays to festivals. Okay, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Oh, so the launch. Okay, okay. I had the image that you're currently in uni and you were just on your lunch break. Fair enough. Incorrect assumption. Anyway, we're gonna do. This is a bad name. I don't care. We're gonna have a array, which is the size of our chunk. These are gonna be U sizes, and we're gonna have this many of them. And actually, I want to do this a bit differently, so I don't have to write so much. I'm gonna make it zeros. He's the person who made non-Euclidean engines. You mean Code Parade, or are you talking about someone else? Because I know Code Parade recently released 4D Golf, which is yeah. I don't know if you've heard, but well, I mean, you just now heard about 4D Golf, which is just like, you know, he's on something else. It's great. It's actually crazy. I am gonna buy this game at some point. Because who doesn't like 4-dimensional golf? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, the physics side isn't that complicated, right? Yeah, that's Code Parade. Like 4D physics, it's just 3D physics with one more axis, you know? But it's the rendering. That's the real issue, right? Like, how do you convey a 4D world to a 2D screen? Right, that's the real problem. At least from what I've understood. And like, if I think about it myself, like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, the physics are pretty simple. It's just physics with one more axis. But yeah. Yep. Okay. Then we have our face pointers, which is a flat array, and we're gonna store some indices in here. Yeah, well, I mean, usually when people speak about fourth dimension, they mean 4 spatial axes, right? So world is just multidimensional array. Render where you are in that array. I don't. Well, I guess, but I don't know. I feel like if you want to make the visuals more comprehensible, then it's gonna be more complicated. Am I a game developer by profession? Well, currently I'm unemployed by profession. I'll report back to you when I have something as a profession. But if you're asking EZK one, I don't know. He's just a mystery man, standing in the shadows, occasionally breaking his lurk. Fair, fair. Okay. Yes, we have a index for every single spot. I feel like this should be optional index though. We might not have faces everywhere. If I just say none, this should scream at me. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna define the type then. What are these? Are user sizes. Now I'm curious, can I... Is this legal? Am I allowed to do this? I am. Yes. I can simplify this in so many places now. We're getting any errors? No, we're not. Yes, that's correct. Beam, beam, beam. Now we only have one instance of usize POW. And this is clean. Very good. What was I writing? Base pointers. 2238. Oh, I already did this here. I fixed it without realizing. About a year ago, you go really into the Temple OS? Oof. Yeah. So, rip Terry. Yeah. I mean, I was just thinking, like, if only he was supported by his surroundings better. He seemed to have, like, you know, at least some programming ability to, like, make his own operating system. So, there was definitely something there. But I mean, we're still, like, failing to take care of each other, so it's not like the problems went away. Okay, face pointers. Don't think we need the last phase. Where do we define this? Where are you born? What? Oh, I'm dumb. We just literally grabbed the last one. So you shouldn't do this. Instead, we should take a look at our face pointers and the surrounding blocks, and then consider each face for combining. And if we combine, we technically want to do it again, but I don't have to worry about that for now. We already have offset position, like looping here. Where do we go here? Oh, okay. Yes. I need another loop like this. We're already placing all of these phases within the offset loop already. And I just need to loop offsets even more. To like grab the correct faces. And also... this is not entirely correct. Let me think about this. Because we have different vex for each direction. We do grab the correct one. I think we need face pointers for each direction then as well. We can't have just one. Can I combine these into a struct? I probably should. I feel like this is a point where a struct will make sense. What am I gonna call it? Chunk faces? That'll do for now. What did I call this? Face pointers. It's gonna be... oh, this is the type. I can just copy it. Do we get any errors? We don't. What do we say here? We say... we just like define the slice like this. I need to say none. True. Okay, that makes sense. This... now I need to replace all of these. Oh, it's not that much work. Bim, 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 bim. Top, bottom, left, right. Wait, top, bottom, left, right, front, back. Yep. Top, bottom, left, right, front, back. It's good. Now we should get errors. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Then silence these errors. I'm gonna change this anyway, but I just want to make sure that everything works. 2386. Junk faces is not an iterator. So true. Wait, this is face in faces, no faces. That's great. That's such a beautiful line. Brings a tear to my eye. Let's see that everything is working the same way that it was before. Yay, it's the same. If I place a thing here, yep, it's all the same. Oh, this is already like on the chunk edge, that's why this is broken. That's fair. So, just as a refresher, the end result that we're trying to get to. Let me load this map so I have some light. So this, for example, this rectangle here is going to be just one big combined thing. Instead of like multiple vertical slices like that. I don't know how exactly the meshing is going to line up, but anything is better than the current state. Well, not anything, but anything that I'm going to reasonably do is going to be better. Also, if anyone has any suggestions for mice, computer mice, please tell me. I got a Ninjutsu Sora something lightweight wireless mouse recently, and the scroll was just awful. Like it just broke within 2 months. It didn't really break, but it's like 1 in 100 scroll inputs just went in the wrong direction. I was just like, what? And the current mouse that I have, which is an old one, the left click doesn't want to work all the time. So right there, like, let go and started re-clicking, even though I didn't let go of the button. So, I don't know. It's like really hard to find a mouse that just works. For some reason. Okay. Where did we say last phase? Here we say last phase. So here. Let's need to copy this from here. What is it actually called? It's called offset pos here. What we really want to do, first of all, we'll get rid of all these. Actually, I'm gonna just shift end. Yep. Let's go to offset pos x minus 1. This is code. I think it's easier to copy this over and then do the pluses and minuses instead of doing the opposite. So plus here. I have something here. Do you get complaints? You do? Oh, I have a bunch of opening braces there for no reason. Okay. Now we say offset pos. Let's go. I should probably call it something else. I can't think of a better name right now, so that's what it is for now. So now actually I need to get I need to turn this block position into an index. Do you have post index? Nice. Yes. I can just call it. That's good. Okay. You. Okay, that's good. Oh, it's an option. Okay. So first, we need to say that it's a sum. I'm gonna have two like let else's here. I'm so glad. I don't remember who told me about let else. I'm eternally grateful. It is such a good pattern. Okay, so now, yeah. So if the index is incorrect, we don't care. Yep. do cargo formats. Oh, you really don't want to put this into a new line. I live with this for now. It's really ugly, but who cares? So now I want to check if we can combine with the face that we're getting. I just realized I can probably just, if I do that, then it'll be a lot better. Whatever. Let's go. Actually, no, this is guaranteed to exist because it's a, like, array. Oh, no, this is a Vec, actually, that we're getting this from. Let some other face equals faces dot faces get, like, yeah, we need to get a mutable reference. Actually, I'm gonna panic here. This should never happen. What? It's an option? It shouldn't be. Neighbor face index should not be an option. Oh, because this is already an option, so we need to do, like... Do I actually have to do this? Oh, it's borrowed. Okay. Can I... This... Let's some neighbor... Oh my god. I don't think I want to wrap two sums in the same thing, so... I'm gonna do a direct access here instead. Okay. Yeah. So the index is guaranteed to be within the range anyway. And now what we're doing, this is what I wanted to do initially anyway. It's just that if we don't have valid face pointer, then it's going to be a none. And then we just continue. We don't care about that. There's still one problem here where there should actually be a vec of vecs, because one block position can have multiple faces in it. And we do want to consider all of them. But that's for later. That's when I like have support for custom models. It's not that much like added stuff. Okay, so now that's all good. How does this work actually? I think I'm gonna just basically copy all this. Other face. Other face. Other face. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh. Let's see. On previous iteration of loop. Yes. So now what we actually want to do, we want to see if we combine with anything. If we combine with something, I want to break out of this loop. Because we can't combine one face with two things. And then after that, we after we combine it with the thing, break out of the loop. And if we didn't combine with anything, then we add this face to the thing. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm also thinking, like when we have our big phases, like let's say we have, oh, I'm gonna do this on top because I can't fly in place blocks because of limitations. Like the worst limitation. Doesn't make sense technically, but whatever. Let's say we have a big face here. And it's all been combined somehow. I was thinking, like in the like pointer array or like the index array, I could just make every single block position here like point to the like top left. I mark that down as like the face. Yes. I actually do want to do that because for each block position, I just want to store all the phases that are occupying that spot. Oh, true. True. This is gonna be more complicated. Dude, why does greedy meshing have to be difficult? Damn. Imagine. Because yeah, because we might have... Well, let me go into the game again. At least this is easy to visualize. So we have a big face. And it's like all combined. We might have another face here. So you can imagine this is all combined as well. The question is like, if we have our index entry in this position, like where should it point to? Like I guess in this case it can point to the same. Well, let's say here, like where does this index entry point to? Right? Should it point to the stone or should it point to the logs? The answer is it should point to both. So we need vex of u indexes, not an optional u index. And then that would mean that we don't need... Let me think. Yeah, then we don't need a vec of faces for each block position. Let me go here. How do we actually store it right now? Yeah, faces is just the vec. Face pointers, yeah. So this is not going to be an option, this is going to be a vec of view sizes. Does that all make sense? I guess it does. Vec of view sizes. So the use is that if we are considering this position, we want to know like what faces are out there that we could potentially combine with. That's all very interesting. I don't know if there's a better way to do that, but I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break, and then I think I'm gonna switch to Rocket League for a moment. Gonna do some of that, and then most likely after Rocket League we're gonna go raid someone. But we'll see how everything goes. But I feel like the coding pace is kind of slowing down now. I should actually first commit, so I won't lose anything. Wonderful commit. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna be right back. Alright. It's rock leg time. I'm gonna hide that for a moment. Oh, I need to take my OBS with me. Yes. Let's go. Gotta destroy some noobs. So that I can move on with my day. Or then get destroyed by noobs. That's also an option. We will see. Hello, Rocket League? Okay, it is starting off. Sometimes Rocket League just wants to chill as a process and not do anything. It takes so long to launch. Like, bro, I don't know. I don't know what they're cooking. But it is still a pretty fun game. Let's go. Oh, I should change the stream title. Cancel. Almost forgot. Post game dev gaming. And then we set the category. This is Rocket League. And we're done. Now we go. At least the queue is pretty fast. I forgot to switch to window capture. I'm getting some frame issues. I'll fix that when someone scores a goal. Ooh, yeah, I don't know if the bad frames come through on stream, but they're gonna be fixed in a moment. Yeah, just score. Does he not score this? My. Hello, Nicky B. Yeah. I did some progress, and now I'm suffering with bad frames because I have the wrong... Like, I'm doing monitor capture when I'm supposed to be doing window capture. There we go, let me change it. I just had to wait until a goal is scored. Okay, now it's a lot better. At least it should be. Oh, yeah, greedy meshing is getting progress on it. I'm just at a point where I have to, again, like, think about stuff like, oh, how am I going to implement this specifically? Oh? Oh. Interesting. What are you doing? It goes with boost, that's fair. I missed the boost. I'm dead. I'm not. Oh, that was supposed to be way harder of a hit. Okay. Oh, that was a nice shot from them. What's the complaint? Well, I mean, I was suffering with some frame issues. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but how to say? Like on the programming side, I just have to think about how to implement stuff. Basically, like how do I efficiently find each phase that should be connected to each other, and then you know, well, the connecting part is not the issue. This is realizing, oh, this face and this face are next to each other, and they could be connected, let's connect them. Because I don't want to loop through each face all the time. You know, like, I'm placing it on face, and then it's like, we might have like 500 faces done. We don't want to loop through all of them. I don't know. Actually, I should probably test it that way to see how inefficient it is. I own gold. Well. Let's see. Like for me, telling them to connect to each other is just, I don't place one face, and for one face I just increase the height or the width, and that's it. There's nothing else to that. No. Okay, I'm throwing. Okay, I'm gonna win this game real fast. I'm gonna focus on chatting. This could be bad. Okay, nice. Can't prevent from... Oh! I didn't think I would be able to get everything. Damn. I was like, he's gonna get the boost. That's fine. But then he also got control of the ball. Damn. That's fine. I'll have a good lurk. That's a goal. Can't get that boost. That's bad, but it's fine. Okay, he goes away. I don't have much time though. Like, I have to start being more aggressive here. Okay, that was really bad for me, but it worked anyway. He had ample opportunity to dodge the demo and save. I think it's a wave dash. If he scores that, it's basically over. There's still time. Yeah, at least I get this boost. That's good. Okay, good. I'm not entirely asleep. There's 2 goals. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, he's at the mid boost. He watches aggro this. He doesn't. Gives him space. That should be hard for him. Oh. There's one more goal. Actually, how did this even work? This went high enough. It was awkward enough. Ay, ay, ay. Connection issues be screwing me sometimes. Yeah. Rip. I don't know if you saw it, but on kickoff, my car like shifted to the side. That's like the server dropping lines or something. Yep, it's Jover. We go again. what did I do wrong? Oh no, I lost my rank. What did I do wrong? Oh, we found a new game. If I lose the next one, then I'm gonna actually take a look at the replay and try to figure out what is the issue. Oof, oof, oof. Let's see. Bad kickoff, that's fine. Didn't read what he's doing. Okay. Feel like that was a lucky touch. He might score that. Yeah, I completely disrespected him. I was hoping the ball would go somewhere good instead of checking. Okay. Still throwing. Oh, didn't get the hit that I wanted. You can hit that, doesn't really matter. Oh, but I misjudged where I am in relation to the goal. Okay. It's a bit rough right now, but that's what it is. Sometimes. Don't rush here, just wait for him. Waited a bit too far away. Own goal? Not quite. Not quite. If he didn't demo me, then that's a free goal. Don't die. That's good. Okay, that's a good shot. I think it's good to push here immediately. Oh, he goes for that boost. Oh, he goes for the goal? Okay, if he turned more efficiently, that would have been absolutely free. But he still got it. I had a chance to save, though. What was I doing last time to rank up this high? Holy. I guess something like that. Right. Oh, he was stuck in the net. That's nasty. I thought my backflip would put the ball at a better position here, but he also jumped. That's fair. I think I'm just being too aggro overall. Rough, couldn't catch the ball, and he was there to save it. No, not quite. Let's miss the target. He tries the aerial, or not quite. He could have downed me. That wasn't a good dodge, but it worked. Didn't get the demo. Okay, nice. There's one more goal, and then we're even. It was actually pretty funny. He just bumped me here, grabbed the boost, go, shoot. Nice. Nice. Really good, really good. Also, I realized I have the game muted. Damn. Anyway, now we have game audio. Oh no, he scores. Rip. That's fine. It's only 1 goal difference. How did I lose this kickoff? Oh, this is bad. Ay, 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 ay. Yep, I messed up everything. No, didn't get control. That's Jover. Misclick. Okay. I'll have to take a look at the replay real fast. I do be messing up all the time. Last time was a nice week. This time, not so much. What are we doing here? Those first, like, 2 kickoff losses. What am I doing in these kickoffs? Oh, doing my best. Didn't really work. Okay. What's the case here? What are we doing? So aggro this, that's fine. Try the demo, didn't get it, which is interesting. Did I like slow down too much? Oh, this is a bad angle. Okay. That's fair. This should still be fine for me. This should also be fine. Oh, I jumped. Like, I just need to stay here. I just need to not flip away here. The mouse sensitivity is crazy. I just need to stick around here and everything is kind of fine. I could even, like, just let this come closer to the net. Or if I want to clear this, I have to, like, basically pinch it with the wall right here. Like, I have some time here, but I just drive under the ball instead. And here, this is just a really bad approach. I don't know why I tried to do that. You guys need to drive, like, further back here, and then curve to the ball, instead of just driving straight to the ball. Because I misread the bounce slightly, and now this is, like, impossible to get. What else? Oh yeah, I just tried to do something. Didn't realize that he can just catch the ball. But yeah. Just get better rotation lines, basically. And then I should be fine after that. So I don't think I need to jump here either. Like, he can't shoot this. I just need to chill. Actually, no, he could catch this. Which is really dangerous. Oh, we'll see, we'll see. Okay, interesting. He fucked up his movement, but it wasn't bad enough for me to score. Okay, he's just there. Okay. I'm still alive. Okay. This is fine. Oh. Didn't think it would get that kind of a touch. Okay, so what's the issue? Just didn't read this and then I'm way too close. When I gave him the ball earlier. That's not... I can't reach that. Still trying to be too aggro. I'm gonna... That's embarrassing. Okay, let me actually just chill. I'm just trying to go for stuff that I can't hit. It's not good. Like, see, the game is very simple. You don't have to do much. You just flick it on target and it goes in. It's so shrimple. Right here, he just messed himself up. Oh. He still saved it, which is nice for him. Nice. He didn't expect the flip. It generated a lot of power on this ball. It looked like I couldn't get a hit past him. There we go. Simple kickoff win. I'll get the boost, that's fine. Yep, can't do much about that. Just chill, just wait. We'll go midfield. That's interesting. Not really the best flick. Just chill. And I have a free ball. Oh, okay. Fair enough. How? What was that? I didn't read the demo here. If I dodged that, that would have been really good for me. That's great. What am I? That's not a good play. That's fine. I want to just hit it out. Yep. I don't know what the point of this aerial is. He could have pinched it to my net right there. I wasn't covering it at all. Oh, that's a good flick. I just need to not give him any free balls, basically. He seems to be quite good at taking advantage of the possession. That was a nasty play. It's fine, he'll go for my corner. Oh my god, what? I thought he was screwed! And then he just fucking took everything. Damn, if that was an intentional fake, that's great. Okay, good. He baited me to hit that away. Okay, that's a good shot. Nice. Still in the game. Still in the game. Just generate enough power. And it was like almost behind him. Okay. No. It's fine. No, it's not. He's insane. This guy's really good. Well, I mean, better than me. Or is he? What? Like, he does a really good play, and then he just leaves the ball. Okay, I just get handed 2 free goals in a row. Well, that's what it is sometimes. Now I hand him a free goal. You know, community effort, helping each other out. Oh, he tried to stop there. Unlucky. He could actually still score here. This is his last chance. It's not that hard of a hit that I thought he would. Okay. Unlucky for him. Anyway, I'm gonna do like 1 or 2 more games and then I'll have to leave for grocery shopping. Who's trying to add me? James? I don't know who you are. Ay, ay, ay. Those struggle. Oh, we already found the game. Okay, good. Good, good, good. I still could have went over my mistakes in that game, because there were plenty. I just happened to win. Oh, you missed. That's good. Did he actually take the boost? He might have. Oh, that's rough for him. I had no boost, but I just snuck out this little shot. Oof. That's not good for me. I kind of froze. I didn't know exactly what to do here. Okay. He shouldn't have enough time to score. The boost will not spawn. Okay. Where will he go? Unlucky. He got slowed down by the ball. Not in. I got all the boost though. He'll hit this ball. Oh, I didn't see the second hit coming. I just gave him the boost. Really simple play. Just pop it up. Okay. Might insta-shoot? No, he won't. I think... Oh, he didn't get the boost either. That's good. Okay, get the boost. Nice. Okay. I feel like that shouldn't have worked, but it did. Yep. I did not have the credentials to move forward with that, but I tried anyway. Not quite though. No. Oh, still alive. Okay, that's not in. That's fine. I tried to dodge that, but it didn't. Oh. Hit that here. Oh, not like I thought. And then I fail my kickoff. I just pressed the incorrect ones. Well, gotta make it close. That was a good shot. He saw where I was going and jumped behind me. I got the boost, which is not good for me. Oh. That just works? That was a bad hit. Not quite in. Two goals, 1 minute. Very, very, very plausible still. Ah, but then he does that. I don't feel like playing anymore. Like, he's just waiting around, which is the correct thing for him to do. Like, he wants to buy time. And then I get a bad 50. I would just need to be more patient. More patience. But, I just don't have it right now. And that's fine. So, let me pick some of the raid. If we have a big enough party going on. Switch to monitor capture. Take this out. Fair enough. We're gonna go to Pigeon. Oh. Oh, it's the wrong number. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna go to Pigeon. Raid, poor little Pigeon. He's doing game dev. I also usually do game dev. But, wait, did he just go offline? Or is this his post? Okay, this is paused. Nice. I'm live basically every day. NeoPredator column / stream / schedule. You can see it there. I am working on a voxel engine. Yeah. I don't think I have anything else to say. See you later. Wah. I clicked the button. Hello?